Hey, this is Andrew Rabito, and today I'm going to talk a bit about game-changing technology, which is changing the way that we're doing sales, that helps us be more effective and efficient. And of course, what I'm talking about is generative AI. Tools such as ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, it can help several areas of our sales processes be more effective and efficient. The first area where it can really help improve our processes is preparation for sales meetings. I think this is an area where salespeople tend to not invest enough time in. You spend all this effort and time to set up these meetings and then go into it unprepared. The way you can approach it is simply put in the link for your customer's website and then put in your own link for your own website. And ask ChatGPT or whichever generative AI tool that you're going to use if they can give you an overview of the company you're speaking to. If you're not familiar with them, you can even ask for them to put together an outline of all the different ways that you're likely to help them. The next one I'm going to talk about is competitive analysis. You can just type in, give me everything I should know about this competitor, how it compares to my company, what areas are they strong in, what areas are they weak in, what are people saying about them. It will check third-party review sites and give you some ammo to speak to in your meeting, presentation, and pitches. The next one I'm going to talk about is customer support. In sales, we know we get a lot of questions from customers and prospects, both during the sales cycle and post-sale. You should check internal resources to double check when these questions come in, but if it's something that it's fairly straightforward, a very quick and easy way to get that information is to just pop it into generative AI and ask the question and it will generate an answer for you. You can even ask them to put it in a client-facing way so that you can copy and paste it directly to your client. Saves a lot of time with customer service and support. Next one, relevant check-ins. This can be done either by having it summarize the key points of an article or research into an email so you can copy and paste it if it's a long one. Can you please summarize this for me, put it in a client-facing email and have that be something you can send directly to them. Add your own touch, of course, to make sure that you're relating it to something related to your conversation, but it could save a lot of time rather than you having to read through the whole email and summarize the points yourself. Now, the great thing about that is that if you choose something that's general enough where it will be relevant to a large swath of your prospects, you can use that and send it to everybody that's on your tier 2 or tier 3 list. Now, I should say there are good ways you can use generative AI, and then there's some things you should not. In my opinion, you should not use generative AI for anything that should be customized to a client. It should be something that comes from you. You want to put your own personalized touch on it. Your customers are going to be able to tell if it's not coming from you, because generative AI does have a different way of speaking. Now, a pro tip is you can ask it to copy your writing style, and so it will come off more like you, but at the end of the day, it's still a computer doing it. It doesn't have the same level of empathy. It doesn't have the same level of personalization and knowledge that you do. And so for anything that should come from you, make sure that you write it yourself. The next thing to note is social media posts. It is becoming more obvious when people are using generative AI to craft their LinkedIn posts. That's not to say you don't want to use generative AI in your LinkedIn posts. You can use it for inspiration or to make it more concise, streamlined, and cohesive, but it should be coming from you in terms of what you're writing. So use it as more of an editing tool or an inspirational tool, as opposed to having it write you something that is original. If you've been posting a certain way for years and you're all of a sudden posting and it sounds more generic or it sounds more like it's coming too proper, that's something that people are going to pick up and the posts are not going to be as meaningful. The main way that I use it is to make my writing more concise. I'll craft something and perhaps I realize that it's a little bit lengthy. What I'll do is then use that, pop it into generative AI to make it more concise and cohesive without losing any of the key details. And so that has saved me a lot of time because it's important to be concise in writing, especially these days when everyone's super distracted. For your email to get noticed and read, it's best to make sure that it's very concise, marked down to just the most important points. So just to summarize, some ways that you can use generative AI, you could use it for meeting preparation, you can use it for competitive analysis, you can use it to make your emails more concise, you can use it to summarize key articles, as well as using it to send over updates to everybody in your tier 2 and tier 3 prospecting list. You don't want to use it for anything that's personalized. So anything that should be coming from you, do not use it, including things like a handcrafted note to a client or a LinkedIn post. You can use it for inspiration, you can use it to make it more concise and clear, but it should be coming from you, it should be coming from your personal writing. Thanks so much for watching. I have a book coming out this fall called Top Sales Producer, How to Crush Your B2B Sales Quota. You can sign up for the waitlist on my website at angelrobito.com. There you can download my free meeting hack on how to secure next steps in 5 minutes, as well as my cold outreach approach, which guarantees meetings. I hope you find this helpful. If you did, please subscribe so you will be kept up to date with all of my B2B sales content. And remember, if you're not helping, you're not selling. Thanks.